Hey brewers, welcome back to FWK Brewing. Today I'm doing another Fresh Wort Kit from All Inn Brewing Co. And this time we're going to do the summer ale. So the tasting notes for this one are described as delicate, sessionable citrus and berry flavours. The dry hop suggestion is Morgan's Finishing Hops Melba 25 grams and Wai-iti 25 grams. The yeast suggestion is just a premium American ale yeast. So for my hop selection, I'm going to be going 50 grams of the Melba hops and 50 grams of the Wai-iti hops. Now that's just because I like bigger, juicier flavours. The yeast suggestion was just a premium ale yeast, so I've opted for SafAle US-05. So now with the fermenter perfectly sanitized, it's time to crack open our 15 litre bladder. So there is our 15 litre summer ale bladder. I've sanitized my hands, and then I'm just going to pull this pull tab here, and straight in there like that goes the liquid. Oh wow, definitely getting that beautiful malt smell straight away. Right, now that the bladder is in the fermenter, 15 litres, it's time to bring that up to 20 with another 5 litres of water. So the fermenter is now all topped up to 20 litres. I've now got my pill here, pill hydrometer. So I'll just give this a quick sanitize, and then we'll drop that straight in the brew. So that'll give me my first temperature reading in about 15 minutes. So then I'll know what temperature the water's at and whether or not I can pitch the yeast. And that will also provide our starting gravity. So the pill's just done its first gravity reading, which is 1.045. The temperature is currently 25 degrees. And we're just going to pitch our yeast and sprinkle it on top of this wort. So for the fermentation schedule, I'm going to do this a little bit warmer, just because I want to speed up that process and get a beer in the kegerator nice and quick. So I'm going to do this at about 24, 25 degrees for a week. I'll have that in at about 3 PSI as well. Right towards the end of fermentation, we'll do the dry hop of the 50 grams of each hop, and then we'll do our standard 2-day cold crash. Now we're back on day 5 for our dry hop. The recommended hops were 25 grams of Wai-iti and 25 grams of Melba. So I've opted to throw in 50 grams here. So Melba should hopefully provide me with some passion fruit, grapefruit and citrusy kind of flavours. And then the Wai-iti is supposed to be stone, so peaches and apricots, citrus, so lime and mandarin. So I'm hoping to get those flavours out of the dry hops. And here's our first pour of the Aussie Summer Ale. The starting gravity was 1.0452 and the final gravity was 1.006. The final ABV of 5.15%. And here we are. Now it's a beautiful hot day where I am today. I can't wait to jump into this summer ale. It has a beautiful golden colour. I was honestly expecting it to be a little bit lighter than what it actually was, being a summer ale and all, but I suppose it's really just about being or having a refreshing taste. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's a summer ale. It's just supposed to be delicate, sessionable. You could even call this a session ale with a bit of citrus and berries in there as well. So a nice colour. It's well carbonated. It's been sitting in the keg under carbonation for about 3 weeks. So it's actually been about 2-3 minutes now since I poured that beer, and the head is hanging on quite well, which is a really, really good sign. So I'll go for the aroma. Yeah, picking up on a bit of citrus. Bit of malt too. Yeah, not getting any berries out of that, unfortunately. It's supposed to have it in there, but just not getting any on the nose. We'll go for a taste. That head hanging around on top, that's nice. Look, it's delicate, it's soft, not a very heavy body at all. Yeah, I'm picking up on some citrus. No berries, which is interesting. Very interesting. Look, I used Melba and Wai-iti, I'm pretty sure it's called, in this, which are the recommended hops for the All Inn Brewing Co.'s summer ale. I was expecting a little bit more. I was expecting some changes. I mean, I probably could have just chucked Citra or Citra and Centennial in that and still got the same result. I'm not getting any passion fruit or grapefruit or any peaches or apricots. Yeah, it's I'm actually a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. I was expecting, yeah, a fair bit more from different hops that I haven't used before. Look, if you're into summer ales, maybe give it a crack. Maybe change out the hops a little bit, or even go a bit more of a fruitier yeast instead of the standard US-05. If I was going to brew the summer ale again, I probably wouldn't do it the same. I could potentially change the quantities of hops that I put in, or maybe some other hop combinations, or even different yeast to see how that played out. Because I like big, juicy, nice tasting beers. And yeah, this one was a bit lackluster for me. Anyway, I brewed it. It tastes good. It's beer, so I'm going to drink it anyway. Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on the summer ale from All Inn Brewing Co. And whether yours tasted the same as mine, whether you got more fruity flavors, or maybe that's just the whole point, right? It's not supposed to be slapping you in the face with fruity flavors. It's just supposed to be a delicate and refreshing beer to enjoy. Cheers, guys, and happy brewing. Catch you in the next one.